Hey my loves, so let me tell you this, dreams come true. They come true every single day. If you don't believe it, baby, look at my own life, okay? So I'm gonna take you down on a walk down memory lane for my own life to show you how I went from being a bank teller, working for this particular bank here, it was a credit union, I'll tell you where I'm at in a minute, to now being the CEO of one of America's largest African-American owned financial services companies. In addition to that, I've got my production company that produces my videos across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, which is my newest platform. I'm really excited about building up YouTube and all the other platforms. I'm on TV as well. I reach something like 9.5 to 10 million people every single month, and it keeps going up, 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 up. So by the time you see this video, it could be higher than that. But it was a path that got me here, okay? It was nothing that I thought would happen. It was just I was a person working a job that I hated. I had a big dream for a bigger life, and it happened for me. So before I even get into this whole walk down memory lane, so I'm gonna literally take you down memory lane within my life to show you the steps that I took in order to get to this point. What I want you to do is make sure that you comment, make sure you hit subscribe, turn on your notifications for my channel. I've got so many nuggets to share with you, so many gems to set you on fire towards creating the life that you want to live. And I do that by just showing you my raw, real life, the pretty parts, the ratchet parts, every part of it. So turn your notifications, all right, and comment, because I do post notification shout outs to people who are most active. So nonetheless, where I'm standing at right now, this is the corporate office for a credit union that I used to work for. So picture this, back in 2009, the economy was crashing. I had just ended a relationship with my college sweetheart, loved him to death. He's still one of my really close friends. And when we broke up, I ain't had nowhere to go because, he was the one paying the rent, so I ain't had nowhere to go, baby. So anyway, so I moved back to DC Metro area because we were living in Philly at the time. That's why I went to college, where he was in college. He was in med school, honey. I was getting me a doctor. So anyway, I moved back to the DC Metro area because that's where my family was. So the only job I could get, because the economy was crashing, let me put this in right here, was a job with a credit union, right? And so they put me initially in their credit union, which is about a block away from here. And I was there for about 6 months, but that was as a temp, making $17 an hour. And I was like, well, I need benefits. And maybe a little more money because my student loans gonna be coming due, and I had them on deferment at that time, which means you push them off. Oh, and if I had to pay these things. So they said, well, we'll put you in the corporate office as a communications person, which basically means that you are you are a bank teller, but you're on the computer. So when people email in with requests or they call in with requests, you're the person who handles their requests, right? So basically working as a call center worker for a credit union. And that's what I was doing. The job was cool, it was nice, it was paying enough for me to pay my car note every month on I had a 2005 Honda Accord that my mother had to loan me the money to get my down payment for. But that's what it was. And I would go there and I was like, there's gotta be more than this because I cannot survive. And they were paying me $34,000 a year. So after taxes and all that stuff, I was making basically $1,000 every 2 weeks. I was like, there's gotta be more. I need more money, I need more money. I need more, I can't keep living like this. But the problem was, although I went to college, I never did internships in college, so I was too busy hustling in college, trying to start businesses. I started every kind of business you can imagine. What I did in college, my most successful business in college, actually I was a nightclub promoter. Picture me promoting nightclub parties, right? I used to promote nightclub parties 3 nights a week, baby, okay? It was cute. You come to my parties, I had all kinds of stuff going on there. Had scrippers, handing out drinks there, everything, honey. It was a good time. I said, you coming out to party, if you partying with MJ, you gonna have a good time, baby. So anyway, I was too busy getting this money in college, never had no internships, never had nothing. So when the economy crashed and the jobs were tight, bank teller was all I could really get access to, even with a college degree. Anyway, I knew I wanted a different kind of job, right? And I'm taking y'all somewhere, so keep on rocking with me, okay? As we go through this story, I'm gonna show you some sights along the way that are from my path. But anyway, so one of my friends said to me, you should start going out to happy hour, like networking happy hours, and meet people because you're applying for all these jobs to make more money. So I wanted to get out of being a bank teller. But you're not gonna be able to get a better job unless you meet some people. DC is really, as well as many other places, are all about who you know. And so I was like, okay. So I went to this little networking happy hour, and I remember I was wearing the same dingy suit that I got from Zara. Nothing against Zara, I love Zara, but it was dingy because I had to wear the same suit every single day, right? I ain't had no money for more than one suit, so I just would change out the shirt and of course change my drawers, but I wore the same suit every single day to work. So I wore my same little dingy suit, and it was puckering at the edges. I used to wear that thing every single day. Took it to the dry cleaners every Friday, so it'd be ready by I took it to the 1-day dry cleaner, so it'd be ready by Saturday, so that I could have a fresh suit by Monday. So I went to this little happy hour, and there was this guy there. Let me get my light right. Okay. So this guy there, And he come up to me flirting with me. This is why I pay to flirt. So he comes to me flirting with me, look at me at the corner of his eye, I come at the corner of my eye. And I'm like, I'm at a happy hour, but it don't hurt to meet a man. I mean, honey, you know, that make life nice, honey. You know, if you don't get, you know, I mean, it's nice to have somebody to go home to and rub up against when you ain't got the right amount of money in the bank account. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. So anyway, I was like, hey, how you doing? He says, hey, how you doing? And he's like, what you doing? I was like, I'm looking for a job. And he's like, I think I met you before. I said, we have? He says, remember back in college? He says, when I didn't have no place to go for Easter, this is what I pays to be good to people. I didn't have no place to go for Easter. You and your boyfriend at the time let me come to church with you, and you even let me come over to your family's house. But he said, that was years prior. I said, oh yeah, I remember you. And he says, how you doing? I said, single these days. Honey, let's just make it clear, okay? Let's be certain, let's be clear, baby. I'm free and ready to mingle, honey. And so I said, listen, no matter how low my bank account got, I still always had an appetite to meet a nice old cute man, honey. So anyway, fast forward. He says, you're real smart. What you doing these days? I said, working as a bank teller. He says, oh. He says, well, you know, my job is hiring like gangbusters. I said, what y'all do? He says, we do consulting. You know what that is? I said, yeah, of course I know what that is. Last in my teeth, I ain't know what no damn consultant was. I ain't never heard of him a day in my life. So anyway, he said, all right. He says, well, yeah, let's maybe have dinner and we can chit chat about, you know, about how I can, you know, help you with getting that job. I said, Lord Jesus. I said, I hope I ain't got to sleep with this man for no job. That's really what I was thinking. But I said, I'll go to dinner, you know. I said, I'll just cross my legs and try to be a good little lady about it. But, you know, Lord Jesus, what am I going to have to do for this job? So we get to dinner, and I brought my resume with me. This is what I did. So when we sat down, he's like, hey, how you doing? I said, here's my resume. I said, I just thought it'd be nice to go over my resume so you can give me some pointers on it. And he laughed. He says, you about business, ain't you? I said, baby, I'm too broke not to be. He says, all right, I feel you. He says, how about this? He says, I do want to spend time with you on a personal level. So can we make this dinner about us? And then in the future, you know, maybe a day or two from now, I'll come by wherever you live in, and I'll help you with your resume. Because he said, by looking at your resume, it needs some work. I was like, okay. I didn't know how to write no resume. I just got a little resume template off of Microsoft Word or off of Google and did it like that. I'm gonna pause right here because this building has meaning that I'm in front of, but let me tell you the rest of this part of the story. He came over to my mother's house. I was staying in my mother's basement at the time, and he helped me put together my resume, right? He helped me out so much. So rather than saying that I was a nightclub promoter, what he said was I did, what did he say, corporate events. He zhuzhed up everything. It wasn't lying, he just made it sound nice and corporate, because you gotta get the corporate people their kind of language, you see what I mean? So long story short, did that. He coached me, he's like, this is what you need to say in your interview. Now I can run my mouth, okay? If I can do anything, I can run my mouth. He coached me through my interview, and I got into the company. Guess how much they offered to pay me? When they offered me that job, they said, how much are you looking for? I asked them how much should I ask for. He said, I don't know, maybe 65,000, something like that. I told him, so I want 65 to 75,000. Because I got a logic. Always ask for more than you think people can afford. And then if they land somewhere low, at least you got more than what you want. So I said, I said at least 65,000, 65 to 75,000. They called me up and offered me the job, I said 60 to 70,000. Let me be clear, 60 to 70,000. They called me up and offered me a job, paid me $70,000. So in that instance, my income doubled, because I went from making $34,000 a year to $70,000 to do a job that I was not qualified for. But I said, listen, if I can do this job long enough, that makes me enough money, and by the time they fire me because they realize I'm not qualified, I'll be all right. So anyway, I did that, and this is actually one of the clients I used to work with when I did that job as a consultant. So I quickly got there, quickly learned very quickly how to do my job, and I became good at it. Over time. I mean, I worked that thing. I did the best that I could with that job, but it still wasn't doing anything for me. So I worked there for a couple years, got grateful for it, enjoyed the money. I fell into the golden handcuffs, where I kind of lost my entrepreneurial passion for a period of time, because I was so focused on being happy that I had that good job and that good income. So I would, I just would go to work, come home. I didn't like my life, but I was like, well, I got this income, I'm grateful for this money. They kept giving me raises. I would go on vacations. I would do all that kind of good stuff, having a great time. But year after year, I just didn't like it. So here I am, almost 3 years into my job by this point in time, and I was like, I don't like this. I hate going here every day, sitting in a cubicle. I hate dealing with these clients who, as a consultant, big corporations and government agencies would hire our consulting firm to do different things like them, like financial work, IT work, whatever, and then they would send us out. So we were like high-paid temp workers, but we had full salaries and benefits. And so you go to, the shit was dry. You had to always be so stuffy because you're you're working with clients there, and so you gotta always be so stuffy and pulled together. I mean, you would have thought we was curing cancer. People would be up in arms if a period was out of place.
Get out of here.
Hey baby, I'm out here walking down here doing I'm doing a walk down memory lane, showing them how I started my business and everything. And now here you are. What's your name?
Jazzy Jackson.
Jazzy Jackson. Where do you watch me on?
On your
you watch Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook.
It's good to see you. Say hi to the people. I love you too.
I love you.
Oh my God.
He's so inspirational.
Thank you, baby.
I love every time I see you smile, I'll be like, uh-oh.
It's me.
You just be giving it up.
I give everything I got.
love it. Spill the tea.
Spill every bit of it.
I love it.
All right.
Love y'all. Bye.
Have a good one. Oh, I love those moments. So I just didn't like my job. I just didn't like it. I didn't like how it felt. I didn't like just all of it. So I was like, I gotta do something to earn some extra money so I can eventually get out this job. My grandmother said, why don't you get an insurance license as a way to earn extra money? Baby, that was the best advice I ever got, because my grandmother's had an insurance agency since 1981. So I got my insurance license. Get this, I got my insurance license, and I was like, I gotta find the time to do this insurance. I gotta find the time, because my schedule is just so, I don't know how I'm gonna find this time. And so for the first couple months, I only made $600 doing insurance, because I had an excuse about everything. I ain't got the time, my schedule's too busy. I gotta see my friends, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. I just didn't have the time. You know, that's what I told myself, at least so I could, you know, it's amazing. We will talk ourselves into a life of mediocrity, won't we? You know, when we got gifts and talents inside of us that can take us to the next level, but we will talk ourselves into maintaining a life of mediocrity with our excuses. That's all your excuses are. It's just you talking yourself into maintaining a life of mediocrity. So long story short, I finally got over that because I was getting tired of the job. It was getting on my nerves. I think one bad review and I was like, fuck this. I need to figure out how I can focus on my business. And so in my 6th month of having my insurance license, I just said, I'm gonna go to training and I'm gonna dedicate at least 2 nights a week. I don't care if I can't do but a half hour that night and on a Saturday or Sunday to being able to work with clients on my insurance business. Baby, my 6th month I earned $10,109 just in one weekend. I said, oh, I said, the writing's on the wall, baby. You can't turn me away from this thing. So what I would do is at my client site, I would go to work with my own computer and my own backup little internet things. I wasn't going to use their computer. I had like a little iPad thing, and I wasn't going to use their internet. So they wasn't going to hit me up. And what I would do is I would do my business on the side there. I would come in the mornings for a couple hours, do my business, and they had like a little office suite over here where it's the office right there. I'm about to take you there right now. This is the office where I started my business. Where I rented a little office, and there was a bunch of law offices in there at the time. And I said, all I need is just 1 or 2 little rooms in here and let me share the conference rooms. And that's how I got my business going. And so I would go in my job early in the morning, do a couple hours of work for them, leave halfway into the day, go to my office, meet with clients, just an extended lunch break. And then I would go right back to work and stay there and work, right? And they tried to get me a couple times. One time my boss came to me and said, she says, I don't understand, Malcolm, where are you going during the middle of the day? Because I sometimes feel like you're not here. I said, well, let me ask you a question. I said, I'm just curious. You know, you asked me these questions. I'm just curious. I said, well, when I made up, you know, whoever the post was, when Michael, Peter, and Justine be leaving out during the middle of the day, and they be going to get their cigarette breaks, you know, are you, how long do they each take for their cigarette break? She says, I'm sorry, what do you mean? I said, well, if you're tracking when I'm coming and going, I'm just curious, can you show me the log of you tracking them too? And if you're not tracking them too, then why am I being targeted? You gotta use one of those good old HR words and make them back up. And so I said, why am I being targeted? What's so different about me? What's so different about me? Now y'all can go to your imagination, okay? And so I said, what's so different about me? Why am I being targeted? She says, no, of course not. We're not targeting you. I just was curious. We just want to make sure you're being productive. I said, well, has my work fallen behind? Am I not working the right amount of hours for the clients? Am I not doing what I need to do? Because sometimes I would do my work late at night. I'm like, one way or the other, I'm gonna get my work done. I said, am I not doing this? I just don't understand. You know, are we going to be keeping a log of these things? Just help me to understand, because I want to make sure that I'm properly accounting for my work. And so she was like, oh, no. She backed off of it, but I knew. I said, when they smell blood, baby, you got to get going, honey. And those sharks, they smell blood, okay? When they start questioning your shit, make sure you get your plans in order, okay? If you're gonna be bold, make sure you got some plans in order. Don't be trifling on your job if you ain't got some plans in order. And by this time, I was making over $10,000 a month doing insurance on the side, baby, on the side. Okay, I know some of y'all interested in saying, how can I do insurance too? There's a link below this video, darling. You know I wasn't gonna leave you hanging. But back to this. So what I did was I got this little office over here. I said, let me pick an office space that's right by my job. And they gave me a cute little plan. It was just a couple $100 a month. Then back then I only had a little piece of the office, a couple $100 a month. They got my mail for me. They let me use the conference rooms. And I had a little tiny office in there to use, right? I said, that's all I need. I just need an office and everything like that. And then as I started doing that, eventually, baby, things just grew so much that my mother said, my brother set me down and said, it is time to burn the boat. You holding on to that job is keep you from growing your business. You need to leave that job. Now, mind you, I'm going through the story real fast. By this time, I've been a management consultant for almost 6 years. So what I'm sharing with you is it lasts over 6 years from working at a credit union to becoming a management consultant, growing my salary. Because by the time I was at this point, I was making $100,000, over $100,000 as a management consultant, and doing my business, or earning over $10,000 a month part-time income. And she's like, if you can do that on weekends, doing your business part-time, imagine what you can do if you quit your job and did your business full-time, baby. This economically don't make sense. Why are you doing that? So I did that. I quit my job, and I focused on doing my business right here. This is the office building right here. And that's what I did. We still do hold a very small lease here because we have mail here and everything like that. But our company does a lot of our business out of California these days, which is where our production company is based out of and all that good stuff. So I did that. It grew and grew from there. That gave me more time to do my videos. My videos all the time. I know some of y'all watching, well, hold on, how did the videos work throughout all this? You know, we see all these videos. I think I know you. Do you know me? Come over here, darling. You do. What's your name?
Christina.
You want to say hi to the people?
Hi, people.
I'm doing a walk down memory lane. I started out working at a credit union over there in 2009, and then I ended up opening my business here. So I was walking them from the credit union to over here telling my story. Yes. What's your name? Do you want to be on camera too? You say you good. What's your name though? I'm not sure where we got cut off at, but anyway, I'm gonna take you all inside the building where when I focus on my business full time, this is where I did it at, all right? Look, this is Miss Betty. So every time I would come here, Miss Betty would be here, and she was so kind to me as always. And I said, you're too pretty today not to be on camera. They can be blessed. I'm taking them upstairs so they can see where I started my business. All right, I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. All right, let me go up here. Y'all, I ain't been here so long, my little box don't work no more. Alright, so this is where I started doing my videos. Well, I started my videos in my mom's basement. And then we got this little office, would meet with clients here, and start doing the videos here because it just looked a lot better. It was the time doing these videos here, because you can imagine they got all these other tenants here, lawyers, all that other stuff. Ain't nobody doing videos, and here I'm doing videos. Sir, you can't do video, you can't do this. It was a time, honey. But I said, fuck it, they kicked me out, at least I made a lot of money off the videos. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, honey. I bogarted my way through my job, as I told y'all earlier. Bogarted my way with these videos. Get into this outfit, baby. This is what I'm wearing. I used to come here in suit and ties, baby. Not no more. This is where we used to film at. So, let me show you. In here, this was where I used to hold my trainings. It was this little room right here. So I would hold my recruitment sessions in there. Nowadays, if you want to join my team, you go online and do it. We used to have recruitment sessions in here. Catered food and everything like that. We do that. I would sell my insurance in this room. So if you're one of my clients out there in here, one of the tricks I would do is I would wear really, really tight pants. Especially if I was meeting with like a gay man or a woman who appreciated a man's body. And I would wear really tight pants, and I would sit at the table with you, and I would talk to you about the insurance products, and I would say, do you mind if I illustrate on the board, you know, just some of the components of this product or this investment product? I did investments back then. And I walk up there to the board, and you see all this booty going up there, all of that, and I go right up there and right on the board, and I say, any questions? Now this is where I used to film my videos. So like my video, Don't Go Broke Trying to Impress People, and all those videos y'all see with the suit and ties and stuff. We used to film it in the kitchen, because as you notice, a lot of these rooms don't have windows. The kitchen has natural light. So here's what we would do. I would sit right here, right there. They would set a chair right there. So if you notice, this is how it looked right here. I would sit right here, and that was the hall behind me. So if you know my old videos, that's how it used to be. I have come such a long way. Such a long way to think that I started doing videos here. I was all buttoned up, suit and tie and all that stuff. And now today, I mean, you know, I show all of myself. I don't hold back. One of my friends said, do you think it could hurt your brand that you show so much of yourself on camera nowadays? I said, no, it's health. I said, the more of myself I show, the more people trust me and want to be a part of me because they believe in who I am, because I'm being real. I'm not holding back. I'm not trying to be packaged. And so I've come such a long way with my company, but also with my own image of who I am, because what I realized over the years, let me see if I can mute this thing, is that it's not, for me, it's not about, my brand is not about me trying to, my growth in my brand and my ability to connect with audiences is not about trying to package myself and make myself into what I think audiences want to see. It's about me being myself. And through being myself, you all no longer are my audience, you all become my family. You know what I'm saying? Think about who you show your most intimate self to. The good parts, the bad parts, the ratchet parts, the classy parts, you show everything. That's your family, that's your friends, and that's what y'all offer me. I said, no, I want to have a real connection with my audience. So this is why I used to film. I've come a long way, baby. When I left this office, I had about 70 team members. As of today, I've recruited over 1,500 team members. That's just been within 3 years. So what I tell y'all, I said dreams really do come true. So I'm gonna close this video out. I just got in the Uber to head to my next location, but I'll tell you this, in such a short period of time, I want you to consider this. Within, what was it, a 6-year period of time, I went from being a bank teller to then being, well, within 1 year of that, so I was bank teller, just give you a timeline. So 1 year bank teller, then about 6 months later, got a job as a management consultant. Wasn't qualified, but it was about who I knew, and they helped me to get in, they showed me the ropes. Then started my business about 3 years after that, right? 2.5, 3 years after that. And then 2 years after that, so now we're at 6 years total, I was able to leave my full-time job, focus on my business full-time, move clear across the country, start my platform. Now it's reaching almost 10 million folks a month. The business, where we have 1,500 team members as of today. It's been incredible, and I started out as a bank teller. So whatever you're doing, wherever you are, I want you to be encouraged. As I mentioned at the beginning, I love to do post notification shout outs. So let's see here. So all right, this is for Juan Figueroa Serville. He commented on my video, Don't Go Broke Trying to Impress People. It says, thank you, sir, for your insight. I am appreciative of your mindset and knowledge shared. Thank you, Juan, for commenting. I see you here with an American flag behind you. So I'm not sure if you serve in the military or if you just work with the government, you just love the flag, but whatever it is, thank you so much for all that you do for your community. Thank you so much for commenting on my posts. Stay active, share with people, and if you want to get a post notification shout out, then I want you to click the subscribe button that should be on this side of the window, and click that bell so you can turn on your notifications, baby, because I don't do shout outs if you're not following me, baby. I only shout out to people. If you ain't following me, if you're not commenting, blowing up my notifications, I don't know you, boo. I'm sorry, I don't know you. You know, favor ain't fair. All right, so make sure I see you. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and thanks for kind of going on this back down memory lane trip with me. It's just, it trips me out that I used to walk down these streets where I had just enough money to get my Metro card, my unlimited card, to get on the train each month, pay my card. I couldn't afford to pay my student loan bills, and obviously things have changed a bit since then. So all right, y'all have a good one. Bye bye.